Hello friends, James Stevenson back with another episode of Who's Hating Hard on Tesla Today? Today's hater is going to be FaxChaser from Twitter. Yet another anonymous Tesla Q account. But while we do that, I will be feeding Loki his breakfast, because today's episode is also an episode of Breakfast with Loki. Let me grab that. Yes. Wait, buddy. What we have for Loki today is some chicken noodle soup. He's going to eat chicken noodle soup today because his brother, Fitzwilliam, was sick yesterday. We took him to the vet. Now, Fitzwilliam is camera shy. Loki, as you can see, is not camera shy. He loves being out here on the dining room table with me, making videos. So he'll be eating his chicken noodle soup as soon as it cools down to his preferred temperature. You can keep an eye on Loki in the Loki's bed cam here while I, look over here at the content on my screen from FaxChaser, at FaxChaser on Twitter. This is just what he does, folks. I'll show you. This is like the perfect example of what you get if you follow FaxChaser on Twitter. He tweeted, "Another one Musk buys a Tesla to support the mission, gets stuck with a $9,000 repair bill when drive unit fails for the second time, erasing any fuel savings. The shelf life of a Tesla is the warranty period. Owning one beyond the warranty equals huge financial risk / mistake. Clown face emoji." All right, well, what has FaxChaser offered as evidence that this even happened? Well, it's a tweet. It's a screenshot of a tweet from Scott Moore with a photo of a Tesla on it. So you know it's legit, right? That's the name a person might have. That's the car a person might have if they bought a Tesla. So far, this story checks out. The handle here is pretty short. Maybe it's somebody who's had an account for a long time, right? Saying, "Elon Musk, I love my Model S. I was an early adopter, P10659. I guess that's serial number 10,000 something. Purportedly, allegedly, 2 years ago, right before my warranty expired, the rear drive unit failed. During my move from Virginia to Florida, the Savannah, Georgia Service Center towed and fixed the car. Now 2 years later, the same drive unit failed again. Jacksonville will fix for around $9,000. I can't afford that. The car is barely worth $20,000. A Model S is barely worth $20,000. All right. I just need it to last me until my Cybertruck is ready. I put the $100 down years ago." Man, there are a lot of complaints getting packed into these two tweets here. Is there anything you can do to help me get my Model S up and running? All right, so where do you put the credibility for this? The other thing that you note on here is who can reply. People chew for toy, follows, or mentioned can reply. Well, you know, he was probably worried that he would be overwhelmed with feedback from, you know, all of his followers, right? He didn't want this tweet to get swarmed with with hundreds and hundreds of replies that would just make his notifications go off all day long. But, you know, we could test that by just looking up this account and seeing if there's any information to be had there. I replied, "Was DubiousAnecdotesChaser not available?" with the blowing a kiss emoji here. The screenshots above are the only tweets ever sent by @Chew4Toy, who limited those two tweets' replies to his 2 followers. There are only 2 people who could have seen this tweet, which prompts the question: how did FaxChaser find this tweet? If only these 2 people follow this account, how did the tweet ever get seen by anybody other than these 2 people? They didn't retweet it, right? Let's follow this through here. So here's the photo. Here's the name. There's no profile banner here. Joined April 2022, 2 followers. And we have already seen this account has picked up no additional followers since yesterday. Not even the Tesla Q accounts who are retweeting this tweet. And yeah, you see there's no tweets here. If you go to the replies, you can find only these 2 replies. So what's this a reply to? You can't even tell if you try scrolling up. Weird that it shows up that way. Media, no media. Likes, any likes at all? I didn't even click on this before. Okay, 4 likes over the lifetime of this Twitter account. And 71 following. So who is this huge Tesla fan following on Twitter? You know, they bought their Tesla, the 10,000th Tesla ever made, right? Let's go find all the Tesla fans and you know, leaders of the Tesla movement, followed by Scott Moore, huge Tesla fan. Well, stop me when you see one. You're gonna see Kathy D. Wood at some point. I know because I went through this earlier. Yep. So here's Kathy D. Wood, founder of ARK Invest. So, okay, that's one. I mean, Scott Adams is friendly with Elon, but not known to be a huge Tesla bull. Same with Babylon Bee. Yeah. So there you go. This account seems to me that it could have been hijacked, is what happened to this account. So some nefarious actor could have figured out the Scott Moore login information on this dormant account and decided to use it to create tweets that they would be able to screenshot. Now, I am not accusing FaxChaser of doing that. I'm not. But what you see from FaxChaser a lot are screenshots of anecdotes that anyone could have tweeted, unsubstantiated, just a tweet, right? Anybody can go tweet any horror story they want about Tesla, right? I could go write a tweet right now that says, I have Model S serial number 10,589, and when I tried to turn it on, it blew up with me inside, and I was lucky to have survived. And when I called the service center to ask them about it, they hung up on me. Right? I could send that tweet. There's nothing in the world preventing me from sending that tweet, right? So seeing a tweet is not evidence of an event occurring. S.H.M. Kane replied, the best part is, the response he gives to this will be more anecdotes. And S.H.M. Kane could not have been more right. I replied, like clockwork, anecdotal evidence are us, is what you get from FaxChaser. So, yep, here you go, more anecdotes. If you want anecdotes about people complaining about Teslas. Now, I'm not saying they're all untrue. I'm not saying they're all suspicious. Everybody who's ever manufactured automobiles has had some stuff go wrong with some of them, right? I'm not denying anyone has ever had a problem with a Tesla. What I'm saying is anecdotal evidence is not representative data, right? What you would need to do with, if you were being honest, what you would need to do is research evidence as reported by some agency that's comparing the rate at which Teslas break down versus others. And I have seen such evidence. I don't have anything pulled up right now. But Teslas make claims on their warranties at a much lower rate than Ford or GM do, for example, as a percent of revenue. I should have thought of that before I made this video, but follow Larry Goldberg on Twitter, @TeslaLarry, if you want to find that info. I'm just not going to be able to find it by the end of this tweet. So that was Who's Hating Hard on Tesla Today. It was FaxChaser today. And Loki is still hanging out in bed because he doesn't want to eat his delicious chicken noodle soup. Buddy. Alright, so we'll see if in the next video he wants to come over and eat breakfast. And with that, I will outro and say, if you've enjoyed today's video, click the like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you can do that on YouTube by clicking a subscribe button that will appear here if you watch it on YouTube. And you can click the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post fresh content. Thank you to everyone who supports me on Twitter or on Patreon or on YouTube, as my executive producers Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com did, and I'll see you in the next one.